2024 has been a wild ride for Bitcoin, and if you haven't been paying attention, you are missing out. Because from hitting an all-time high of over $100,000 to major shifts in the way Wall Street views crypto, Bitcoin's performance this year has turned heads across the globe. So what's behind this explosive rally, and what does it mean for the future of digital assets? Stick around, because today we are breaking it all down. Hi everyone, and welcome again back to Enter Crypto with me, Chris Kenyon. Now, if you're into crypto and want to stay ahead of the game, you have come to the right place, because today we're going to be talking about one of the most exciting years in crypto history, 2024. Now, from Bitcoin's massive rally to the rise of spot Bitcoin ETFs, this year has been full of action. Let's dive into what's been happening and why 2024 is shaping up to be a game changer for digital assets. Let's start with the big story, Bitcoin. At the start of 2024, Bitcoin was trading around $20,000. Fast forward to December, and we're looking at an all-time high of over $106,000. That is more than 150% growth in just 1 year. So what fueled this incredible surge? Well, it all started with the approval of Bitcoin spot ETFs. These are exchange-traded funds that allow institutional investors to buy Bitcoin directly, and they hit the market in January with big names like BlackRock, Fidelity, and also we had ARK Invest jumping in. And the launch of these funds gave Bitcoin a major credibility boost, driving its price up to what was $73,000 by March. Now, Bitcoin ETFs aren't just another investment vehicle, they're actually a huge deal because they show that Bitcoin is being recognized as a legitimate asset by the traditional financial world. BlackRock's iShares Bitcoin Trust alone holds over $50 billion in assets now, and so that is just massive for the industry. And here's the other thing, because even with that initial surge, Bitcoin didn't just keep climbing. It dipped down to $55,000 in the summer. But when the US presidential election happened in November, things took another turn. With Donald Trump promising pro-crypto policies, Bitcoin then rallied again, breaking the $100,000 mark in early December. And it's not just Bitcoin's price that's catching attention. You know, we're actually seeing a growing shift in how institutions view Bitcoin. Even Jerome Powell, who is the chair of the US Federal Reserve, made headlines in December by comparing Bitcoin to gold. He said that it's not a competitor to the dollar, but actually to gold, which, as we all know, is a store of value. And that's huge, because when you have someone of Powell's stature saying that Bitcoin is a competitor to gold, it shows how far crypto has come in terms of mainstream acceptance. But of course, it's not all going to be smooth sailing. Some institutions are still hesitant due to regulatory concerns and also the volatility of cryptocurrencies and Bitcoin in terms of price. But despite that, 2024 has been a turning point for Bitcoin's legitimacy as a store of value. And Powell's comments here are highlighting an important shift, and that is that Bitcoin is becoming more than just a speculative asset. It's being seen as a hedge against inflation, which is much like gold is seen. And that's the idea that Bitcoin can function as this kind of digital store of value is now gaining traction, especially in uncertain economic times. Now, I know there's still a lot of volatility in the market, and Bitcoin's price swings can be nerve-wracking, but what we're actually seeing here is that more and more people are turning to Bitcoin for its long-term potential. And that is, the best case scenario. It's a great sign for the future of crypto. And while Bitcoin dominated the headlines, let's not forget about Ethereum. 2024 has been a big year for Ethereum, especially with its continued role in decentralized finance or DeFi. And Ethereum's total value locked, or TVL, hit $80 billion in December, which is the highest it's actually been in over 2 years. And Ethereum continues to be this sort of backbone of DeFi, innovations in yield farming, liquid staking, and these DeFi protocols have just driven its growth. And while Bitcoin might be seen as a store of value, Ethereum is really leading the charge in the world of decentralized applications. And of course, the altcoin market as a whole has had its ups and downs. Some coins are doing well, others are struggling, but Ethereum's continued dominance in the DeFi space shows, just how strong its position is. So what does this all mean for the broader crypto market? The big takeaway is that we're seeing more institutional involvement than ever before. In 2024, Bitcoin and Ethereum have crossed into the mainstream. We're seeing financial giants like BlackRock and Fidelity investing heavily in Bitcoin, and that's bringing in billions and billions of dollars. Regulatory clarity is still a big question mark, though, and governments around the world are still trying to figure out basically how to regulate crypto, but we are seeing progress, and more countries are exploring how to integrate digital assets into their financial systems. And as crypto becomes more institutionalized, we're likely to see more stable regulations come into play. And so the big question on everybody's lips is what's next for Bitcoin and the crypto market in 2025? Well, we're likely to see even more institutional adoption, more Bitcoin ETFs, and potentially even clearer regulations. We might also see the rise of new technologies and blockchain platforms that offer faster, cheaper, and probably more scalable solutions. And as crypto matures, we're going to see more countries adopting Bitcoin and even more mainstream financial products that will be, in the end tied to digital assets. So the future is looking bright, but it's also quite unpredictable. We're going to have lots of ups, we're going to have some downs, but that's the nature of crypto. That's a wrap on the Bitcoin boom of 2024. What do you think? Is Bitcoin just getting started, or are we seeing the peak? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. I'd love to hear what you think about the future of crypto. Also, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit the bell so that you don't miss out on any future updates. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you all next time. Bye bye.